I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack from a lot of fanboys of Roman Reigns, but before you start waving your pitchforks at me by me saying that I think that the spear should be just a move for Roman Reigns and not a finisher, please hear me out, okay, guys? Now, I'm not gonna argue. The spear is a very devastating move. I mean, it always has been a devastating ever since Goldberg first brought this move out in WCW. I mean, when I see the spear, I always cringe because it looks devastating. It looks like you're gonna break the person's ribs or break him in half or something like that. And then ever since Goldberg made this move popular, you see a lot of wrestlers started using it. You see Edge using it at one point as just a move, but then turn it into a finisher, which I really didn't agree with him using it as a finisher, even though he made that move kind of more innovative when he was doing it in different situations, like from the top rope or when someone's hanging in the sky and he does it, you know. So he did made it his own, you know. He made it his own. You even see Batista doing it. You saw Big Show doing it. Rhino was doing it as a finisher, which when you see his shoulders, you kind of think it's believable when he does it. And then you even see Caitlyn doing it, Triple H doing it, you know. The point I'm trying to say is that I just feel that the spear is a type of move that I feel has been overused, kind of like people chopping people in the chest or doing DDTs. It's one of those moves that I think has been overused a lot, and that it's an easy way to get a reaction. Because I can see when I see people in indies doing a spear, I still cringe because it is a really devastating move. But for Roman Reigns, in my opinion, to use it, I think it's okay for him to use it as a setup move or something like that. But to use it as a finisher, it's just, I don't know, it just, to me, it's not really his own, you know. Like, he kind of still does the spear similar to how the other guys I mentioned does a spear, like going in the corner and just boom, you know. There's nothing flashy about it except for saying, oh, Roman Reigns did a spear, you know. But that's my opinion on it, you know. I just feel that he should do another move that could be considered as a finisher where he can make it his own, you know what I mean. The one move I would suggest him using as a finisher, and I know a lot of people may not agree with this because they think it's just a simple punch, is the Superman punch. I mean, when I first saw him do the Superman punch, and then the way JBL puts that over, it made it seem like this move can be very devastating. Plus, you hardly see anybody use a Superman punch in professional wrestling. We've seen people in MMA use the Superman punch in their fights, and they've won a couple of matches with it. It's a devastating move too. Yes, it's just a simple punch, but I can say the same thing about Sweet Chin Music. Just a simple kick to the face. You know, technically it's a savate kick. It's something that Haku done for many years. You know, and everybody in WWE and indie wrestling has been using that super kick to death now, to the point like if Shawn Michaels does it, it's like, it's just a kick to the face. But it's the way you execute it that makes it special. Like the way Shawn Michaels execute the super kick or the Sweet Chin Music, it was special. Then you kind of know it was over because he was able to do it at any moment, at any time, out of nowhere and stuff like that, and also in any other situations. With the Superman punch, I see that as if it was a Sweet Chin Music, where he can do it from any angle, you know what I mean? Like, if someone were to come in clothesline, he will duck, hit the ropes, and then boom, end of the match right there, you know what I mean? And like I said, I know people saying it's just a simple punch, but like I said, Sweet Chin Music is a simple kick, you know. Alberto Del Rio's arm breaker is just a simple cross arm breaker, but the fact that he put his own spin on how to execute and slap it into the person, it made it seem like a good finisher. You have to make your move your own, you know. Just like Randy Orton doing the RKO, as a lot of people say, it's ripping off Diamond Dallas Page. The way he does it makes it his own, you know what I mean? It's the same move, but he made it his own. Or for an example, power bombs, you know what I mean? Sid does a certain power bomb a certain way, while Diesel does a power bomb a certain way. They're both the same moves, but they do it differently, which makes it their own. You get what I'm saying? But I didn't see that with Roman Reigns' spear. You know what I mean? I see it as a good way to set up a finisher or set up a move or a counter. But in my honest opinion, I think this is like the Superman punch is the best way for him to get over as a finisher, in my opinion, because you rarely see that, and a Superman punch is a devastating move. And you know, I know people would say, well, AJ Styles has done a Superman punch before. Actually, no, it was actually a flying forearm he did. It looks like the form of a Superman punch, but it's a forearm. Even the forearm, in my opinion, if someone just did a big, huge, hard forearm to somebody, is a good finisher as well. But that's how I feel about it. Like I said, I'm not knocking on Roman Reigns. I'm a big fan of his. You know, I'm a huge fan of his work. But I feel that even a fan, an honest fan, would actually point out some constructive criticism on the wrestler that they like, you know, to feel like he should be able to do this a little bit better, you know what I mean? So, but hey, what do you guys think? Do you think Roman Reigns should keep the spear as his finisher? Do you think he should use the Superman punch as a finisher? Or do you think there's other moves that he can do that would be best suited for him? I wouldn't suggest a powerbomb, since a lot of people are doing powerbombs, even though he's doing the triple powerbomb. But what other move you think would best suit for him as a finisher, besides a spear or besides the Superman punch? But you think he should keep the spear? Fine, you know, but no one's wrong in their opinions and stuff like that. Everyone's has their own title to their opinions. But leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and we'll see if one goes from there. Alright guys, take care.